Hey guys, and welcome. In today's video I'm going to be reviewing the Gillette Silver Blue Safety Razor Blades. There's the packaging, so you can go ahead and take a look. These have been a very highly requested blade for me to review. Very excited to get to these. So in today's video, first of all, I'm going to go through some details about these blades. I'm going to do a full shave with a fresh blade, and then my post-shave review about how the blade performed for me. So a little bit about these blades. These are made in Russia by Gillette. These are just another blade that Gillette is still producing, not for sale here in the US, but abroad. And these are supposed to be some of the best ones out there that Gillette makes on the international market. So like I said, these are made in Russia. These are the silver blue. There's other ones that come in similar packaging, but they're the platinum. They look similar except for just different font down here. These are stainless steel blades that are coated in Teflon. And you can pick up a 100 pack of these for usually around what I saw is like $19. There was one guy selling them on eBay for a 100 pack for $17, but a 100 pack generally runs about $19. So it's about 19 cents a blade. So I wouldn't say these are the cheapest blades out there. I'd say it's kind of more in the medium range. They're not expensive by any means, but I think it's a kind of a more expensive medium price blade. Still a really good deal. 100 pack blades, $19. You really can't go wrong. So from what I've been hearing about these blades is that they are just really nicely balanced blades. They aren't the sharpest blades out there, but they still have good sharpness, and they also have a good amount of smoothness in there. So overall, these are a lot of people's favorite blades, so I'm really excited to give these a try. They come in a 100 pack, and in the 100 pack, they're in these little cardboard boxes with 5 blades in there. And let's go ahead and open it up. Looks like there's a little flap here. Alright, so here is one of the blades. Really nice little packaging on there. I like that it has their logo. Go ahead and open this up. And then, so it's kind of a paper wrapper. Then inside there's a wax paper wrapper, which I do like. It helps keeps the blades protected from moisture so that they don't rust. Let me get this open. Just being very careful here. Don't want to cut myself. Definitely be careful when you guys are opening up blades because you can get cut. So there's one of the blades. And for today's razor, which I've been using throughout the razor blade review series, my Mercor 34C, it's a two-piece razor. I'm going to go ahead and load in the blade. There we go, just checking blade alignment, that there's equal blade exposed on both sides of the razor head, and that it's not sitting in there skewed. That looks good. Great. Alright, go ahead and get started with today's shave. I have a day and a half of facial hair growth. I just got out of the shower, so my facial hair is nice, cleaned out, hydrated, ready to go. For today's shave, I'm going with the Sterling Soaps Orange Chill. I've been using Sterling Soaps for this whole blade review series just to reduce the number of confounding variables, so I'm using a consistent rest of my shave so that the only variable that changes is the actual razor blade. And for today's shaving brush, I am going with the Simpson's Chubby 2 in Best Badger. This is one of my absolute favorite brushes. It might be my absolute favorite brush. I'm trying to use it more now. I've kind of been saving it in the past for more special occasions, but it's one of my favorite brushes, and so I'm going to be using it more. Alright, and that was soaking while I was in the shower here in a mug of hot tap water. Go ahead and take my puck, which was blooming while I was in the shower, just some hot tap water here on it. I'm going to take the bloom water and add it to my face. Nice. Alright. I clean off my hand really nicely because after I put the bloom water on my hand, it's really slick, so it doesn't give me great grip on my first of all, my brush, then my razor. So I try to get off as much soap as I can. If I have a little alum block here, I dip my hand in to get better grip. There we go. Alright, go ahead and take my brush and load up. So I really do like this this chubby brush here from Simpson's. It's amazing. It was actually a gift to me from my father. We were in London about a year and a half, almost 2 years ago now, and went by Taylorville Bond Street, and he actually bought me this really nice gift for my birthday. It's a really special brush. It was cool buying it there in London at Taylorville Bond Street. That's a fantastic shop. If you ever find yourself in London, I highly recommend you stop by. So I really like the brush for those reasons, and also it's a fantastic performer. I've never used another Badger brush that's this densely packed, and when it's this densely packed, it just gives it awesome backbone, which I like a lot. It's one of the reasons I like boar brushes, is because of their amount of backbone. Get good amount of soap fluid up. Take the extra suds off the puck here, add it to my face. No sense in wasting the soap. Alright, go ahead into a face lather. Alright, tons of lather. Beautiful, beautiful lather. I love Sterling soaps. Alright, first pass with the grain. Go ahead and get started. It's going very smoothly. It's really hard to tell on this first pass how a blade is really behaving because it's not in direct contact with your skin as much in subsequent passes. Just really getting through this first layer of hair. It's doing a great job. Nice sharpness to it for sure. Alright, feeling good? Still have a lot more hair to take down for sure. Alright, second pass, cross grain this direction. Need a little more alum on my fingers. There we go. Very nice, very, very comfortable. No weird tugging. It definitely has a nice amount of sharpness to it. I don't really feel any weird angles with this blade. Second pass, feeling really, really nice. Very close. Feels good. No nicks, no redness. I was very comfortable throughout my neck, which is my most sensitive area, and here around my mouth, but it felt fine. Alright, third pass, cross grain this direction. There we go, third pass, feeling great. Very close, definitely have some, like in my chin a little bit closer. Good here under my nose, just feeling some of my areas where I need to usually clean up. Neck feels good, maybe a little bit here on top of my Adam's apple. Alright, clean up pass. Go to the brush, I clean out the lather in the brush. There we go, look how much lather was in there. It's ridiculous. Wow. Alright, so I just apply it here with my left hand, razor in my right hand, and clean up. Alright, very happy with that, feeling good. I'm going to go ahead and get cleaned up for some final remarks. Alright, feeling back here. Excellent shave. Very close. Feeling, wow, that feels really good. Chin feels great. Neck feels great. I did cut myself once, not really cut, just a minor nick. It was right here on my neck. It's already closed up. I just noticed when I was doing my cleanup pass, there's a little tiny spot of blood there, but it's already closed up. Clearly nothing major. Feels good. I did notice on my cleanup pass, right here around my mouth, after going over an area a couple times, I felt a little bit of a burn. It wasn't bad. I was definitely pushing this razor to like my face's maximum that I can really go over an area, and this blade was definitely giving me a little bit. Oh, there's another little area right there. Nothing major again. I can see maybe that spot. So a few little nicks, nothing crazy. Definitely nothing like to note. It wasn't a cut, but just a little bit of something. So let's go ahead and talk about the overall performance of this blade. First of all, I'll talk about its sharpness, then its smoothness. So sharpness, kind of my top sharp blade out there is Feather, lowest is kind of Derby. Then I have my Persona Lab Blues and Persona Sharp. So Persona Sharps have really become my go-to blade after my review video with them, because I think they're just fantastic blades, have a really, really nice sharpness to them, but also very, very smooth. I'd say these are not Perma Sharp. Persona Lab Blues are here. I'd say they're a little bit of a step above Persona Lab Blues in terms of sharpness. Not to Persona Sharps, but just a little bit sharper. Smoothness, I'd say they're pretty close to Persona Lab Blues. Not the smoothest blades out there. I had to be a little bit careful with it on cleanup passes. Some blades, like Perma Sharps, I can just go over an area pretty much as many times as I want, and I don't get any of that burning sensation. Persona Lab Blues, they're actually smoother for me, Persona Lab Blues, than these. So I'd say compared to Persona Lab Blues, I think that the Gillette Silver Blues are a little bit sharper and a little bit less smooth. You know, they just have a little more cutting power to them, but they aren't quite as comfortable on my skin. I definitely really like these blades. This is a fantastic shave. I'm very happy with their performance. I'd be happy using these razor blades every single day, and I think that these are definitely worth a try, especially if Persona Lab Blues don't work for you. I know I love those blades, but not everyone loves them out there. I think this might be a good compromise, something to give a try. Maybe it works great for your skin. Maybe that little bit of extra sharpness really sets them over the top for you, and these could be a great blade for you. For me though, I think I have other blades that accomplish a little bit better what I'm looking for in a blade, at least in a more kind of medium aggressiveness razor like the Mercor 34C. So anyway, those are my thoughts on them, and still a pretty good deal, $19 for a 100 pack. It's really not too bad. I do like these blades a lot, don't get me wrong. If I didn't have better blades out there that work better for my skin type, I think that these would be a higher ranked blade for me. But since the smoothness isn't just quite there, I think that this is a blade that I'd keep around, I'd use from time to time, but would not be a go-to blade for me. Alright, so let's go ahead and take one more look here. So once again, the review of the Gillette Silver Blue blades. Please let me know, comment below, let me know what you think of these blades. Do you like these blades? Do you not? If you do like them, please let me know how they shape up for you. How they compare to like the Persona Lab Blues and Persona Sharps. I'm really interested to hear that, because those two blades are really important benchmarks for me that I really compare a lot of other blades to. And I like these. I just think that, they just don't quite make it there for me. So anyway, let me quickly do my post-shave here. Since I'm going to bed now, so night shave, I'm going to be throwing on some Thayer's alcohol-free witch hazel. This is the cucumber. And since I shave at night, if I'd be shaving in the morning, I'd be using a scented aftershave, using usually an alcohol-based one. Like, what do I have here? Like Razor Rock Stallion or Fine Platinum. One of these. I like going into the day with a scent on my face, but if I'm going to go to bed, I really don't like going to bed with a strong scent on my face. I like keeping it pretty clean. And then post-shave, I'm going to be going with Soap Commander Integrity. Great aftershave balm. This has a little bit of menthol in it. Nice cooling sensation. Alright, so once again, thank you for joining me for today's shave. Please comment below, let me know what you think about these blades. And in my next video, I'm going to be reviewing the Gillette Platinum. I believe that's what they're called. I think I have a pack of them here. I don't know, they're around somewhere. Anyway, I'm going to be hitting those up next. I'm going to get into some soaps that I've been wanting to review. So as always, guys, thanks for watching.